like
no
me, bro.
attacking,
God.
no schoolyard bullshit antics. Instead, just meaningful content. Some people don't understand.
And you know, those are all shots at Kino Casino. It's like, bro, if you want to separate from Kino Casino and actually get over that little arc, bro, shut the fuck up. Stop making those little digs about them and shit, dude.
And what that means in 2025.
You ain't about it, you know? He ain't about it. Once they showed her faces, he runs away like a fucking bitch.
So, great day yesterday, obviously. Both streams, by the way. You know, the first stream, a lot of this took place right on the podcast, and then it continued into the gameplay portion of Atomfall, and then last night for Disco Elysium. Again, another stream that massively exceeded anything that I expected. I was just hoping that we get some support for it, and we made almost $300 on the stream. I'm like, holy crap. So, pretty darn awesome, and I'm very excited. I am very excited for the future. I hope that, obviously, we can continue positivity, but I'm certainly not thinking that we're going to get that level of support every stream. That being said, we are now in a weird position. We went from 85 to 93. All right, we've got today and tomorrow for streaming days. I'm off on Saturday. Sunday is my big birthday marathon event. It's my actual birthday and a big marathon that I'm doing here on the channel where we're going to be playing Minecraft for the first time in many years. I'll be building a Minecraft Lego set live. I'll be drinking per levels of support. You know, every $100 that I raise, I'm going to take a shot of your choice. I got to get some moonshine this Saturday per your request. I'm going to get moonshine and try it for the first time on Sunday, which will be cool. But in addition to that, there's going to be food that my wife's going to be making. And we actually started talking about what kind of food she's going to make that I'll be eating during the show.
Oh my God. Fuck Bill. I watched, it's my son's birthday today. And me and my baby mom are sharing him for his birthday. So all morning I had to go watch the Minecraft movie, bro. Oh my God. My son, because he's like 7 now, he loved it. He's like, Dad, look, it's the creepers and shit, you know? And low-key, those were the moments that, like, almost made me tear up and shit. Like, yeah, son, dude, I love that he loves shit like that, right? But me, knowing about Minecraft as a gamer, right, and as a moviegoer, the movie is horrible, bro. Oh my God, it's like for babies. Only children can enjoy it. Because I was sitting there with a kid, and I was sitting there, like, wanting to slit my wrist open, bro. Holy shit. The Minecraft movie
like a birthday meal that she's going to make for me.
It was the worst thing ever. I have to warn you guys.
This Schedule 1 game that I guess
don't watch that shit, dude.
Steam. And people are saying it's really fun and interesting. Tons of people playing it. So we're going to try that. And then if we have any extra time...
It's like riding off that fad, right? Of all these properties kind of getting moderate success, like video games and cartoons and shit being live action and shit, right? So, I don't know, bro. If they didn't have Jack fucking Black, it should have just been a straight up animated movie, you know? I don't know why they had to have, like, Jason fucking Momoa, fat black bitch, I don't even fucking know who the fuck she is, some other Mexican bitch, and then fucking Jack fucking Black, like the worst fucking, like, goddamn one-note actor ever, bro. You know what I'm saying? They should have just made it all fucking animated. Jesus Christ.
Do it ever.
How do you fumble something so easy?
We can hang out, we can just chill, we can play some games, multiplayer games, whatever. You know, I'm down for it. So
no, TJ, I'm gonna give you your $10 fucking back. I love you to death. I appreciate you, but fuck that. He has too many fucking Legos. He got more Legos for his birthday today, dude.
Pretty excited for sure for Sunday's event. But here's the thing. We got today and tomorrow and Sunday. Likely between those 3 days, let's be honest, we're probably going to get to 100 goals. Now, the question is, what do we want to do when we hit 100 goals? We really have to think about it seriously now. Like, what is it that we're going to do? Because here's the thing. We're doing a marathon on Sunday already. So maybe it's not a marathon. Maybe it's something different. Do we just do another DSP tries it? Do we brainstorm something bigger or better, but maybe we push it off for a week or two because that way we don't have 2 back-to-back marathons? Because here's the thing. I think that Sunday's marathon will go well. It's my birthday. It's on a Sunday, so it's a weekend. It's going to go well. But if I do another marathon in a couple of days, You're going to have less attendance, less engagement, less support. People aren't going to like it as much because we just did one. Marathons are good because they're special and we do them, you know, like once a month. Like we did the Mega Man Marathon in January. We did the Viewer's Choice in February. And we just did the Five Nights at Freddy's in March. So the birthday marathon makes sense to do in April. You don't want to see 2 marathons back to back, right?
It ain't even taxes, bro. Phil ain't even stressing about taxes, right? It's more so the credit card payments, bro. For this cacophony of bullshit he's bought, dog. The 2 computers and all the lights and widgets and fidgets and shit, dog. His back's against the wall and all the Kino money is gone, dog. You know, but at the same time, his ego is more important when he's in front of the camera. So that's why he has to fake all these fucking tips and prearrange them with OIC and shit like that. But I know it's really happening, bro. He opened that fucking Amazon bill, bro, and he fucking almost died, okay? Our boy's stressing.
So the question is, what do we do?
He's a little pressed.
I'm open to suggestions. I want to know what you guys would be interested in. If I hit 100 goals, not if, but when I hit 100 goals. And if it's just not a marathon, then what exactly would it be, right? Like, what would it be that we do for it? I don't know. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's figure this out together. And I'm willing, you know, if you remember, there was different things we done. One day we did a Lego night once, right? That was fun.
Yeah, we should.
So, you know,
we should try to call Phil's, like, local news station. Right? Damn, we could be the first ones to it this year. And be like, happy birthday to our Uncle Phil, dude. A great American patriot. And the King Snake. Or some shit.
you know, different things. Thing is, Legos are coming up. We're doing Legos on Sunday. And
generous member of the
ready
written
for this?
community.
I have an update for all of you, okay?
Innovator at gaming, bro. He actually is an innovator at gaming, like, for all the wrong reasons. But still, we could just troll a true innovator of the gaming space.
I don't know how well that would work. 2 marathons in such close proximity. Okay, so maybe we don't do 2 marathons, but then what do? We got to start talking. What do you guys think, right? Oh, yes, Usagi says, I've noticed I love seeing these McDonald's figurines in the background. You probably can't see them because they don't stand out that well.
Oh my god, bro.
So from
this is
the
so
Minecraft
crazy.
meals that I got yesterday, we've got the zombie Hamburglar, which I actually like. It's the zombie from Minecraft, but it's dressed like the Hamburglar. Okay, I do like that figure. And then we've got the Grimace Egg, which I call the Grimace Turd because it looks like the poop emoji with the Grimace's face on it. Don't ask me why that's supposed to be something cool. I think this is cool. This is stupid. Okay, but those are the two collectibles that I got with the...
They're both stupid. They're both stupid, but you know, oh my god, it's so crazy.
adult meals that I got from McDonald's
This
yesterday.
dude's like 10 years older than me. He's like, look at my Happy Meal toys. Like, yo, bruh. He has no awareness. It's like, bro, what? Phil, don't do this. I feel so embarrassed for you.
Okay.
He's like, it looks like a poo-poo.
Cool. Well,
oh, God.
in 2045, they'll be worth $300 each. Well, there you go. I just have to wait 20 years. All right. Well, so I don't know what you guys want to do. I want you to start throwing me ideas. What ideas do you guys have for us for the 100 goal celebration? All right. Let's start thinking. Let's start talking about it because we want people to get motivated for it, obviously. And it's hard to get motivation if you don't know what the reward or the upcoming thing is, right? That's what it's called. You want that momentum. But how do you have momentum when you don't know what's happening, right? So let's talk about it and see what you guys think. And go from there. All right, cool. Alive Ask the King. See, here's the thing. There's a good reason why we got rid of Ask the King 2 years ago. Did you notice no one really cares anymore? Because even though it was a legacy show and people like to keep it around because it was something from my past, we talk every day now. I mean, we frequently do Q&A. on this show. I do late night chill with Phil streams where we'll randomly just hang out and talk. So because of that, I don't see.
No, it's because of us. It's because we used to talk shit, bro. I remember saying it. Like, bro, you do like Ask the King every day. Why the fuck you still call it Ask the King? He would still do Q&As, bro, at the podcast. And during his marathon, he'd be like, "Oh, it ain't time for Ask the King. Hey, ask me questions, class." Right? So it was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? It sounds so fucking retarded. The still do Ask the King when you pretty much do it every day. Like, what the fuck? And he heard me and everybody else saying that shit. He's already, yeah, I look retarded doing that. You know, one of the few times it's obvious to his stupid ass that it's like redundant and stupid to do something. So he changes it, but he tries to act like it's something that he came up with when he didn't. Because he's a fucking retard, bro.
Even if we brought
it doesn't really give a fuck.
Episode, I don't know what it would really be.
Like, something has to look obvious to Phil for him to stop doing something, you know?
It's our longest running legacy show, right? Because that's been one that I started back when I was, you know, not even monetizing content yet. And I was doing DSP Tries It. So you're talking over, you know, 15 plus years ago. No Poorly Cooking with the King for the zillionth time. All of my content is in this room. It's all confined to my studio. That way, it doesn't seep into my private life. People don't try to get information about me in my private life, which is dangerous and scary that people do, but they do all the time. You know, content must be, you know, in here. So it's that simple. I can't do Poorly Cooking in the freaking room. Plus, I don't cook. Just being honest. So there you go. Let's do a couple shout outs. We have a couple contributions that came in. So let's get the momentum started today, since it is a new day. So yeah, here's the thing. People love to say dumb shit like, "Oh, well, you had a really great day yesterday, so that means today you don't need any support." But no, that's not how it works. That's not how business works. That's not how life works. Just because you have a good day doesn't mean now you want to have a series of bad performances, because then it negates the good day. So what we want to do is keep the momentum going. We want to try to hit the goals every stream if we can. It ain't going to happen every stream, but let's do it. Today we got a nice chill podcast. We got Pirate Yakuza where we're going to hang out. We're back in Honolulu. We're going to be doing side missions, but also advancing the main plot. This is what we want to do. So let's do that. Let's continue with the momentum. Let's do some quick shout outs as we begin our day. The first tip of the day is a $5 tip from Flatman B. What's up, everyone? Hope that you guys have a great day. Much love. Thank you so much, Flatman B, for a $5 tip to get our momentum going. Thank you so much. And it's got a nice animation. There we are. Very nice. Thank you, Flatman. By the way, I can't do dollar signs with this font. This font doesn't recognize dollar signs for some reason. So weird. Cool. Thank you, Flatman. Okay. Let's see here. Jalen with a $2 super chat to start the super chats for the day. See, Call of Duty has dropped a new Warzone map called Verdansk. Yes, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 had an update this week. I was well aware of this, that it was coming out either yesterday or today. And it added all new maps, new content, new season, all of that crap, all right? Now, if you didn't notice, it's not in my rotation for this week. There's good reason. Last couple of times I played Call of Duty, it actually didn't do so well. Even though I was having fun, you know, I'm getting better and I'm unlocking the better attachments now for the sniper rifle and stuff like that. Basically what's happened is, you know, I played it a lot, kind of oversaturated the Call of Duty content, and people got tired of it, all right? So I'm giving it a rest. Now, maybe I'll bring back Call of Duty next week, right? Maybe that's what we'll do. And if we do, that's cool. We'll see. I got to look at the schedule for next week, because next week we have a new game called South of Midnight coming out on Game Pass that I'm going to be adding to the rotation. At the same time, I'm probably finishing Suikoden tomorrow. So if Suikoden concludes, South of Midnight replaces it. Now we got to figure out a place to fit in Call of Duty. All right. So we'll talk about this, okay? We will. We'll start talking about this and figuring it out. But, yeah, I may bring back Call of Duty next week, and we may try out some new content, including the new maps and stuff like that. We'll see what happens, okay? Cool. All right. So we got our first tip of the day. Thanks, Flatman. We got our first super chat. Thanks, Jalen. Let's get momentum rolling. All right. Let's have our first sub over on Kick today. And let's have our first membership on YouTube. Let's do it. Let's get some support in those ways. Then we'll have one of each. We'll have that momentum fully rolling forward.
This is the final form of Phil's panhandling.
Who's
so
gonna be the first
bad.
sub over on Kick today? And who's going to be the first member on YouTube today?
It's so bad how he tries to copy PPP, bro.
Now,
he's so lazy and gross about it, though.
Information overload. It was huge. Tons of information came out of that Nintendo Direct, right? Everyone was like, their mind was exploding. There was good stuff. There was bad stuff. Everyone was kind of like trying to get their own take and adjust to it or whatever. All right? So today, the dust is settled a bit. There's actually different events that Nintendo are holding around the globe where people are getting their hands on the Switch 2 for the first time and playing the games. So some information is coming out. Like, for example, Breath of the Wild runs at full 4K 60 frames, while Cyberpunk 2077 runs at only 40 frames in performance mode. And everyone's laughing at it saying, ugh, the game's old and it's running not very well on the Switch 2. Who would pay $70? Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, Cyberpunk 2077 is $70 on the Switch 2. I don't know what Nintendo is thinking. They're literally charging full price for games that have been out for 5-6 years and you can get for like $20 on another platform. I don't get it. They think that they could charge these insane premiums, okay? So, what we're going to do today, we're going to have another segment where we're going to talk more about Switch 2 stuff. Okay? So, I hope that you guys are, you know, if you're interested more in the Switch 2 stuff, you're in the right place. Okay? So, there we go. Fed Rogers says, why would anyone even play a third-party game on Switch? No, really, this is weird. I was just talking with my wife about this morning, and I was like, it's like Nintendo lives in another world where they actually legitimately have believed that themselves there are people who only play Nintendo. They've actually convinced themselves of this. Like,
no, they didn't. They just know they have a very, very large worldwide fan base. They'll just buy all their shit no matter what, bro. Okay? That's what it is. These two morons. Can you imagine these two stupid ditheads sitting at the kitchen table, giving their retarded takes on the gaming industry? Oh my god.
They're that thing Nintendo means video game.
Me and my retarded umpy dumpy fat wife, we were talking about
all they know is Nintendo. So all they've played is the Switch. So they don't know that there were games outside of the Switch library. And now that Switch 2 is out, oh, finally it's my chance to play these games I've missed. Who? What human exactly who likes video games is of that mindset or in that category? Like 0.00001% of gamers? Any gamer who wanted to play.
See, that's Phil projecting how he plays games onto the whole fucking gaming industry. He's the guy, bro, that literally just uses games for money and then throws them into garbage and never plays them again. Right? And if there's games he missed, he's never really gonna play them ever. So, you know, he's not an actual gamer. I think that's my point.
Hey, Elden Ring.
Like, what does he know about what the gaming shit is?
These games that they're porting and they're acting like they're big acquisitions, they would have already played them. You could have literally played them on so many other platforms.
Not everybody's not everybody's a upper middle class, rich, fucking pudgy white person. They get showered with hundreds of dollars every time they fucking cry poor, bro. It's a bunch of people can't afford a Switch or skip the Switch and all the fucking games. Right? Like, take me for instance. Say I was to buy a Switch, bro. Yeah, I want to get all the games on my Switch too. I don't want to fucking, like, I don't know. But I'm not going to pay extra, right, for games that are probably cheaper on the Switch one. That's fucking ludicrous.
are people who only play Nintendo.
But there are
They're
people
not
that
looking to play
don't only
Cyberpunk.
play Nintendo. They
Get it?
probably
Like,
want to
they're
play
already of the
Nintendo.
Nintendo
Whatever.
mindset. What do they want to play? The new Mario Kart. You know, the new Donkey Kong, the new Metroid. When the new Mario comes out, when the new Zelda comes out, they're all over it. They'll play party games on there. They don't care about Cyberpunk. So it's just so ludicrous. Nintendo lives in another dimension, man. They really, there's some fantasy world where they think that the whole world revolves around Nintendo. It doesn't. Look, even the Hamburglar zombie can't take it. He is so ridiculously embarrassed for Nintendo that he fell over. Did you see that? There you go. I waited over 5 years to play Cyberpunk 2077. Now's my chance to drop $69.99 to finally play it on an underpowered version that only runs at 40 frames. Yes! Right. Okay, folks, let's talk Switch news. Let's go through some interesting topics today, shall we? All right, so here we go. Let's talk pricing, because this was some of the stuff that people were questioning yesterday. By the way, what's up, Jade? How you doing? What's up, Yak Almighty? So here's some of the stuff that's been now revealed. The pricing is now being released. So for the record, this is Walmart pricing. This is going to be the price of games at Walmart. All right. I wish I could blow this up, but X sucks. And I don't really have a way to blow up the picture unless I save it, which I'm not going to do. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That's right. The game that already has been out for the Switch for what, like 3+ years? $79.99. $80 for a Kirby game that's old. Street Fighter 6, Year 1 and 2 Fighters Edition, meaning you're going to get all of the Season Pass content. So the 4 DLC characters from Season 1 and the 4 DLC characters from Season 2. $59.99. Mario Kart World, $79.99. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I want to repeat what I just said. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom 2-pack. Just Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2. $69.99. Folks, Breath of the Wild is 7 years old. 7 years. No, I take that back. It's actually 8 years old. I miscalculated. It's 8 years old. And it's $70 on the Switch, or Switch 2, excuse me. Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, $40. Now, Bravely Default is also quite old. This is being an HD remaster, so finally it's like a reasonable price, I would say, for a game. Donkey Kong Bonanza, $69.99. Super Mario Party Jamboree, $79.99. And The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, again, just Tears of the Kingdom. Not a double pack Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom like it should be. Just Tears of the Kingdom, $79.99. These prices are bonkers. I can't believe they have the balls to try to sell 2 old Zelda games for premium prices as if they're brand new. And then on top of that, the fact that we already bought and played these games on the Switch and they ran like shit. They did. Even, remember Tears of the Kingdom? How the frame rate would dip and chunk along as parts. It's like, what the? And we already bought it. Now you expect us to buy it again? As if it's a brand new premium game. $80? Are you insane?
So overacting. He's overacting so hard. Like this is some shit that affects him. He's just gonna buy the games anyway, right? He's part of the problem, dog.
Now, what was I saying yesterday about the storage space on the Switch 2?
He's just lip
service. The storage space on Switch 2 is only 256 gigs, but remember, anywhere from like 20 to 50 of those gigs are going to be used for the operating system, for other apps, and things like that. So you probably only have about 200 gigs of storage on your Switch 2. If you get...
No, oh my god, Phil. Ugh. I'm not even gonna get into it. You know on face value how that sounds like shit.
Cyberpunk and you don't
It is
buy
a
the physical
fucking
edition,
computer, Phil.
you've already taken up 1/3 of the storage space on your Switch 2 with one game.
No, oh my god.
So it seems everything that I was speculating yesterday
in the least.
is true. I was right on the money. This thing is going to fill up within 2-3 games. You're going to have no space for anything. Okay? Keep in mind, you also got to save your games. They got to go somewhere, right? Continuing on. This is wild to me. This I still can't believe is a thing. So they announced Street Fighter 6 amiibos for a premium price. Ladies and gentlemen, the Street Fighter 6 amiibos cost $29.99. What is going on? Just think of it this way. If you buy Street Fighter 6, it's $60 on the Switch 2. If you want to get all 3 Street Fighter 6 amiibos of Jamie, Luke, and Kimberly, it costs more than the game. Now, what do you think those amiibos are going to do? This is a competitive fighting game. They're not going to give you a competitive edge. Maybe they'll give you some exclusive content if you're playing the campaign mode. And by the way, the campaign mode is not very good because it becomes a grind fest when you're near the end and it pisses you off. I know because I almost beat it myself and then I quit it at the end when it just didn't make sense to keep playing it. So why on earth would you spend $30 for an amiibo in 2025? This isn't even the Wii U era when Nintendo was floundering and they weren't selling anything and they needed our help. And so the Nintendo fanboys ran out and said, don't worry, we'll white knight you, Nintendo. We'll go buy every amiibo that's ever been released. And this will finance the failure of the Wii U till you can act.
I wish someone would just punch him in the face, you know? He has the most retarded opinions. And they're all his opinions. It's fine to have your own opinions, but the way he asserts his opinions is if these are the facts of the matter, right? And we could prove it with bars and graphs and correlate it to what Phil said and shit. No.
Actually pump out the Switch. I just don't understand. And you know what? People are going to buy these. People will absolutely buy these amiibos for $30 each. Even though it's a tiny little plastic figurine with no added value whatsoever, they're going to do it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm lost. I'm confused. What is this whole Nintendo mentality in 2025? Yikes. And then lastly, there is a cool thing coming out called Welcome Tour for the Switch 2. People have had some hands-on experience with it today because, like I said, they actually have booths and events going on all over the world right now where people are getting hands-on with the Switch 2. So what it is, it's a bunch of mini games. All right. For example, it has Super Mario Bros. World 1-1. You start playing it at the original 240 resolution, but as you play, the game keeps upgrading resolution until it goes to full 4K on your screen, which is pretty cool. Everyone's saying it's really nice. And there's different things that you can do with this, okay? Like there's different ways to play with it or whatever and have a good time with it. And someone even said there's a mode that's kind of like Mario Paint. And Nintendo hasn't done anything that's been like a Mario Paint style app for a very long time. So people who are like longtime fans of Nintendo's are having a really good time with this. Like, wow, this is amazing. So this would be great for them to pack in with the Switch 2, right? Looks like the demo. Wrong. This does not come with Switch 2. Switch 2 comes with nothing. You have to buy this. Now they're saying in Japan it's 990 yen, but they haven't announced actual pricing anywhere else. How much do you want to bet they're going to mark this up? And this is going to be like $10 or more in the United States And worldwide, it'll probably be like $15. How much you want to bet? So again, what they're thinking is, hey, you buy the Switch, or Switch 2, excuse me. It's launch day. Well, what are you going to get on that? Well, let's think about it. Well, we're going to get Mario Kart. Literally everyone wants Mario Kart. Okay, so that's going to be day one purchase.
Wants to play that
Outside
tired-ass game, bro?
Well, all that's left are third-party
Mario
ports
Kart's so
like
fucking
Cyberpunk,
old, dude.
right? Or games you've already played,
It's like the
like Breath of the
100th
Wild,
Mario
Tears of the
Kart
Kingdom.
game. How
We don't
many
want to
times
play that
did
game
you
again.
You do that.
You're gonna look
shit?
for new original content. So what else is out? This is Welcome Tour for $10. I guarantee you this will be a monster bestseller. Everyone will be doing Welcome Tour at the launch of the Switch 2. But they have to pay for it. I mean, I remember used to buy a game console. It would come with a bunch of games. It would be like, it comes with Mario, it comes with Zelda, it comes with, you know, like 3-4 games, a big bundle. So when you're buying it, you're not just buying a console, you're buying an experience.
That was never a thing, Phil. That was like always a thing, like one game. Yeah, Nintendo would pack like one game, right? Like the Super Nintendo would have like Super Mario in there or some shit. It's just like after like consoles, like Nintendo always gave you a bunch of games with the shit. Like fuck no, you're lucky to get one motherfucking shit, right? Like the Wii, you got Wii Sports, but like, come on, dude. How many times can you play just one fucking game, bro?
You're buying a suite of games, and now you can enjoy this for weeks until you finally decide what will be my first original purchase. What will I add to my library? Maybe it'll be a Mega Man game, or maybe it'll be
no. You're always given like
maybe,
one
you know
fucking game, dude.
No, now you buy the console,
If
you can't
got
even
the
play
game,
anything on
what?
it. It didn't even come with a demo. Even PlayStation comes with Astro's Playroom. Not this. Nintendo has completely lost their way and flipped on their head. They used to be consumer friendly, budget friendly.
No, that's fucking retarded. That's actually retarded. It's a retarded take, bro. You know? Like, that's entitlement. It's just Phil projecting his entitlement. I should be given a game because I bought your console. It's like, how many fucking consoles have I ever bought? They ain't had a single fucking game come with it. And if it did, it was like some special fucking, you know, bundle or some shit. You had to pay more for it, bro. This motherfucker's a Looney Tune. Dude, I can't listen to this shit.
He's
Jesus.
dominant because PlayStation fumbled the ball. Now, by the end of that console,
God,
neck
bro.
and neck, and someone would even
his gaming takes make me want to fucking blow my brains out. I swear to God.
Underpowered console with features that every other console has already had for years, and they're touting it like it's some innovative console that's actually next gen, which it very much is not. They're charging you premium prices for games you've already played. They're nickel and diming you for upgrades, just incremental upgrades too. Oh, slightly better resolution, little bit better.
It's just like, this isn't the guy to listen to this shit about when he does all this shit in human form, you know? He does all this shit. All this nickel and diming and scheming and scamming fucking consumer. You do the same shit, bro. It's disgusting hearing him fucking try to act like other people are worse than him. Even a corporation, bro. Fuck.
Rate for a game you already own on the previous console. They're charging you massive amounts of money for accessories. You need a proprietary EX speed memory card that's going to run you $100 to $200 to be able to store a certain amount of games.
They get a PC.
Have learned nothing. They just think,
he's just advocating for getting a PC. Get a PC, bro. Get a fucking computer and you wouldn't have to deal with all this bullshit.
It's time for us to keep trying to milk the cow. Because honestly, when you look at a situation like this, I feel now that those who are in charge at Nintendo actually just see their consumers as an income source. I hate to say that because you want to think, oh, no, this company actually cares about its culture. It cares about its gamer base, its player base, its consumer base.
You see what I mean? When he goes on these rants about, like, corporations and shit, he always ends up just talking about himself. He projects how he does business onto other corporations, and he always just ends up, like, I feel like he's yelling at himself in the fucking mirror, bro. You know, that's why these rambles are the most annoying for me to have to listen to.
And, you know, I don't believe that. Not anymore. When I look at this as $30 amiibos, $80 for a game that's 4 or 5 years old and you already played?
Over $1,000 to watch Phil eat a burger that he's already eaten at one point before? Oh god, I can't.
It doesn't
I'll
scream
follow
to me,
it to
oh,
the
we
hole,
care.
bro.
That screams to me, we don't care and all we want is more income, and we don't give a shit about your feelings, about your budget, about the situation in the world right now. All we care about is pumping profits out while we can get them. And that way, if we make tons of money on the launch of Switch 2, who cares if then there's like a big slope down for a while? At least we made our money now and we pocketed it, so we're good. And then maybe there'll be another slump like we had with the Wii U, but it's fine because we know our consumers are stupid. We know our customer base is dumb and a cult, and they're going to buy anything anyway. So if, hey, they won't buy games, we'll just sell more $30 amiibos for 4 years.
It's like you're just talking about yourself, bro, at this point. Chill out.
And then we'll come back with another console that people will buy again.
Talk about your own channel,
it's a pretty
Phil.
bad
Your own
circle, in my
business.
opinion.
Holy fuck.
So, I don't know. You know, I'm 2 days into this thing, and I'm trying to think of it positively. And to be honest, I'm excited for Mario Kart Tour. World Tour. It looks great. I'm excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looks really good. I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4. But outside of that, 3 things that we've seen, I'm literally excited for nothing else. I don't want to play third-party titles on the Switch 2. I don't see the point. I don't want to buy Street Fighter 6 and play it on Switch 2. I can already play it on PC at the best graphics possible with no input delay, with my insanely high-end Rolls Royce of joysticks. Why do I want to play this on the Switch 2, likely with input delay, likely with lag, on an inferior controller? Why would I want to do that? I'm not stupid. I don't get it. I'm lost. What's the value proposition of the Switch 2? With the Switch, it was the first truly hybrid portable home console, okay? I get that value proposition. With the Wii, it was the first time ever full motion controls be a part of the action. Okay, I get it. That makes sense to me. What's the value proposition of the Switch 2? Better graphics? We have those. Better graphics for just Nintendo properties? Is that worth $900? Because that's what you're going to pay. $450 for the console. You got to get a Pro controller because you know the Joy-Cons aren't going to be very good. You got to get an expansion memory card that's $100 to $200, and each game's $80, $90. You're spending $900 on this console whether you like it or not.
That is an exaggeration. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
That is so fucking far out there. What the fuck, dude? $900?
It's a sad situation. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And it's just for the record, of course I want to get one. Number one, I want to do an awesome console unboxing for you guys for the first time.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, bro. You just want to buy things so you don't miss out.
In my nail, it's been bothering me for the last 20 minutes, and I want to go take care of it, and then we'll continue on. I'll be right back.
What? What, bro? Are you fucking serious? You have to be kidding me, bro. I gotta go play with my fingernails. My fingernails are bomb. Wow, this is a podcast. He calls this a podcast, bro. Oh God, my nerves. You didn't miss anything. Feels just like I got a hangnail. I have a hangnail, so I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna leave you at this dead air while I go pick at the dirt under my fingers. Pretty much, dog. Whoa. This is the state of DSPGaming, bro. Whatever. Hey, Jesus Christ. I'm just sick of him calling this shit a podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, podcasts are actually like entertaining and actually have more than one person, and if there is one person, he isn't going up to go clean his fucking fingernails in the middle of a podcast. He has the nerve to call this a business, a job, bro. and shit, right? And the only requirements of this job, of this business, is to sit your ass in a fucking chair, bro, for a few measly hours, right? And talk and blab and do your little thing, whatever the fuck it is. But it's like, Phil can't even fucking be bothered to do that. He's alright, guys. So it ain't even been an hour, you know what I'm saying? And he's alright, I gotta clean the dirt under my fucking fingers, play with my fucking penis a little. It's incredible, bro.
It looks like my frame malfunction. Look, see this happens sometimes? I don't know what happens. The white balance gets like screwed up and the brightness. I don't know what causes it. Now I gotta fix it because if I don't, it's gonna look like super duper blue and it's gonna kill your eyes. It happens every once in a while, but I still don't know what causes it. I love the frame. I just wish it didn't have this weird malfunction. Let me fix it quick. There we go. Aha, perfect. Okay. All right, ready? Okay. So, let's do some more shout outs and then we'll see what you guys want to talk about for the rest of the show. I would say if you guys have any brainstorming of what to do for a 100 goals hit, I'm all ears. Because we got to figure that out. But we got some shout outs to do. First of all, Lance Catamaran gifted a sub to Gruntilda. So thank you so much, Lance Catamaran. You are our first sub of the day. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. I appreciate that. And I received a $3 tip from Beaver Bother. Why call Nintendo consumers idiots when you'll be pre-ordering and playing day one? Because I just explained that I'm a content creator who needs to cover it for work and that you guys want to see me cover it so that you don't have to spend it right away. That's the whole idea. If you don't understand that, you're pretty stupid. Like, no, seriously, like, that's a really dumb thing to say. To not understand the
Why? Why do you have to talk to people like that? That's the thing that always blows my mind. Like, you know, I'm kind of rough, too. I like to fucking throw the ones. But if it's like someone that's actually being a dick, this is a guy asking a question. I'm ripped, bro. Feels like you're dumb. Like, holy fuck, bro.
A common consumer where video games are their escape.
Holy shit. This is a guy actually needs to go to therapy and anger management classes, bro. He doesn't even know how to take a breath in and to think for 5 seconds before he says something, dude. So, you know, you're dumb. You know you're an idiot because you don't get what I'm doing here. You know? Like, holy shit. Go fuck yourself, you fucking schmarmy little bitch.
Hey,
God.
Man, well, for me, it's work. You're a dunce. Thanks for the $3 tip. Okay.
I'm gonna pay $3 literally to be talked to like some kind of McDonald's worker that burnt the fries.
I'll say hi to Toasty now. Hello, Toasty Chestnuts. How are you? Welcome. Okay. Okay. All right. So I've pretty much covered what I want to talk about. Really briefly, let's look at the schedule, and then let's see what you guys want to do for the rest of the show. So today it is Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I'm excited for more of that. We're going to jump into the Honolulu plotline again, advance the main story. We're also going to do some more side questing and stuff like that. But we have finished the entire pirate plotline. It's done. We've already done it. So now we're on to the other content of the game. Tonight it is Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show on DSP Reacts and on Kick. There will be the second of 3 co-hosts tonight. It is mystery guest. You will not know who it is. No one knows who it is besides me and this person. So that'll be exciting. That's around 7 p.m. Pacific time on DSP Reacts, at DSP Reacts on YouTube and also on my Kick channel. And I have packs of cards to unpack for every $100 of support that we get.
I know.
Let's see how many that we unpack. I have actually ordered 1 final box, so I have 3 packs over there, and I'll have 1 more box of 7. So these 10 packs will be the last 10 packs that I'm going to unbox, because These packs are getting too expensive. This last box cost me $70. $10 a pack of cards is too much for me. Okay? Tomorrow, Suikoden may conclude on the first stream, depending on how things go. We'll see. But we're going to try to make a push for the end. And then tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, Friday Night Fights returns with Street Fighter 6. I'm actually playing Street Fighter 6 for the first time in over a month. It's actually been like a month and a half. I think I'm going to play E Honda. I think I'm going to return by starting with E Honda and going from there and seeing how it goes. I'm off on Saturday. Sunday is my big birthday bash marathon event. There's going to be food that my wife's making. There's going to be booze that I'm going to get at the liquor store, some moonshine and maybe something else, plus all of those shots that I have saved up from previous events, including the 99 lemonades, 99 fruit shots, and more. There's going to be Minecraft for the first time in many years. There's going to be the Minecraft Lego set we're going to build together. There's going to be Schedule 1 on Steam and maybe more. It's going to be a very exciting happy birthday marathon this coming Sunday. All right. Then on Monday, we get back to regular gaming with more Atom Fall and Disco Elysium. And we go from there. Keep in mind on April 8th, it is the premiere and release of South of Midnight. So we will be doing a new game release on Tuesday. Okay? What kind of moonshine? I have no idea. I don't even know what kinds there are. I know that at my local liquor store, they actually have a section for it. But I got to see what they got and maybe pick something out. Yeah. There you go. I received a $6 tip. So this person has become the new top tipper from the hottest woman in college. The best thing to do is not buy the Switch 2. Let Nintendo gaming systems falter, which would then cause Nintendo to end its closed ecosystem and become like Sega. And voila, their stuff will be on all platforms with added bonus of no more overpricing of Nintendo games. Yeah, except I hate to say it.
Stupid.
What you're saying
Stupid.
is Business 101.
All of them have stupid fucking gaming and business takes. Like, holy fucking cow, bro. Holy cow. It's like a cult of stupid people. It really is, dude.
By making the Switch OLED, which literally did none of those things. It didn't give
Just say OLED, bro.
better graphics. It didn't fix the Joy-Cons. The only thing it did was slightly improve the screen and the speakers and the stand. 3 things no one asked for. Those same people who complained and screamed we want Switch Pro went and bought the Switch OLED anyway. In droves. It sold tons. So Nintendo made out. It didn't make any sense at all. So when you're that brainwashed and you literally complain, but then you buy anyway, why would Nintendo ever have an incentive to change or improve? They're being conditioned to be told we can do whatever we want. Our consumers are suckers. We'll just, we'll say whatever we want, we'll do whatever we want, and we'll still be rewarded. So there you have it. I don't know. Until these people wise up, I don't think things are going to change. What's going on, Jade? He says, I like Yakuza, so I will see you there. But I won't see you tonight. Sounds good. And thank you. He says, happy early birthday. Thank you so much. Okay. Someone tipped $2 and is blabbing about something that I don't even understand, so thanks for $2. Okay. All right. Nico says, actually, the Switch OLED is currently more expensive than a PS5 Slim or an Xbox Series S. Insane. For what value added? The screen's slightly better? What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? Welcome. So, guys, the good news is, after the insanely long stream that we did yesterday, a insanely long podcast, okay, today we got through all the topics I wanted to cover relatively early. So now we can relax for the next half hour. Please tag me in the chat. Let's have some conversation back and forth. Any contributions come in, I'll shout you out. Obviously, let's hit the goal today. Let's get to 94 goals hit. Let's keep that positive momentum going. Thank you all for the insane support yesterday. Let's hit another goal on this stream today. All right. Zylvania says, I find it crazy Nintendo is regressing. Why did they release an OLED version for Switch 1 only to go back to an inferior screen for the successor? Because they want to sell you the Switch 2 OLED. Because the consumer will buy it. Because the consumer is stupid. And they did it for the Switch, so they'll do it again for the Switch 2. When you reward bad behavior will continue. You need to punish bad behavior in order for it to stop and correct and change.
The fucking irony, huh? The irony is not lost upon me, at least. Holy shit, bro.
Nintendo now believes they can do incremental, minor console updates and the consumers will just rebuy it, and they're right. So why would they give you all the value up front with Switch 2 when they could just have you buy it now, then have you buy it again later?
He says this, and then he's gonna buy it. You know what I mean? He's still gonna buy it at the end of the day. Holy shit, all this rambling, you're still gonna buy
Jade
it.
says, what backstory new signs? What do you mean, Jade? You mean this? This is just a sign I bought a couple months ago. I was trying to buy some new stuff for my setup for this year. If you noticed, last month I had the replica mic that was standing there. This sign glows, like it's actually, it lights up, but it's too bright. And I didn't know that. You know, we're in the store, you can't test it. I didn't know how it was going to show up.
Phil should be able to buy a Switch too. Nobody else should, though, you know? Jesus fucking Christ. It's the worst content ever, bro.
Okay. I forewarn you. You may want to look away from your screens. Okay? I'm going to do a countdown because you're going to be blinded in 3, 2, 1. Ah! It's like the sun. Ah! It's actually looks nice in person. It looks really good in person. Like, this would be something you would want to put in the background way behind you. Or this would be like a store window or something. This would look really nice. It's very good. But it is so effing bright that it can't be used on in my set. It looks okay off, right? But on, it's just way too bright. All right? So I bought it and I was like, ugh, you know, what are you going to do? It's too bright. So I'm definitely not going to have it on, okay? So, yeah, so we got that, and this Metroid guy, this Lego Metroid, I've had since I was going to conventions back in the day as a YouTuber. I actually bought this at a convention. There was a vendor that built Lego Nintendo stuff, and they had everything, Mario, they had Zelda, and I liked the Metroid, so I bought the Metroid, and back then I put it in my background. If you look back in the day, back in my old videos, you'll see this in my old condo, like on the countertop, and then I just had it in storage for over, 12, 13 friggin' years, and I just popped it out and said, hey, I'll just toss it into the background for the month, right? So, yeah, and here, my animations is a combination of, podcasting, gaming, happy birthday for my birthday month, and also spring-related stuff. Obviously, this is a reference to
Happy
Jasper
birthday
King,
month, bro. He's gonna celebrate his birthday all month.
For the show for this month, for April, to spruce things up for spring, because now it's springtime.
I hope I didn't hear that correctly. It's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous hearing a grown man talk about his birthday so much in a week.
Because Xbox or PlayStation, that's not what they tout themselves on. They're already pushing the boundaries of technology with improved graphics, improved frame rates, the speed of their hard drives, control innovations with their controllers, like PlayStation 5 with the haptic feedback and everything. They're already pushing technology's boundaries in other ways. They're not looking to innovate because they already are doing it in the ways that people would expect.
No, they're not,
Nintendo
though.
is always the console that their excuse that they don't do
Wait.
that is because they're innovating in other ways and they want to keep the price down.
Whatever, bro. My head's starting to hurt. My head's starting to hurt a little bit.
Now,
Jesus Christ.
they're not innovating in other ways, and they're certainly not keeping the price down. So what's the reason to buy the Switch 2? First-party games. How many are there? One at launch, one a month later, and literally nothing else. So there is no incentive to buy the Switch 2. And that's the point I'm making. They've completely dropped the ball at this point. Okay. I disagree. I think that Xbox is pushing for innovation, okay? What Xbox is pushing for is availability of games to the masses for a budget price. They want you to buy Game Pass Ultimate for, what is it, 20, 30 bucks a month? And they want you to get all these games as a library, and they don't want you to actually buy any games outright at all. That's literally what they're pushing. They're not even selling a console anymore. They're selling a service. They feel like their Game Pass service is the definitive service in gaming, and they want everyone to have it. That's a unique offering. That's a value proposition. You may not agree with it. You may not think it's good. You may not think it's a good value proposition, but that is they have a value proposition they're pushing. Get it? Jade says, Call of Duty soon, please. I miss it. So this week, Jade, Call of Duty had an update. It just came out a day or two ago. New maps, new season. I purposefully stayed away from it this week because it was getting tiresome and people were not showing up for the streams and not supporting them, okay? I wanted to give it a week away. Now probably what will happen is some people will start craving it again. Maybe we'll bring it back sometime next week when there's new content, okay? What do I want for my birthday, says Hearts to Hearts? Let's see. First thing I would like is a nice day where there's no drama and we just have chill fun. No pressure, just having a good time together. Number two, I would obviously like to have a nice meal that my wife's going to make me that day. I'm not sure what she's going to make me yet, but that should be a fun thing, you know, is to just be able to have delicious food that I don't have to order and pay for, but my wife makes it for me fresh. It's going to be pretty good. That's really it. That's all I really care about for my birthday. Let's have a chill day on that day and some delicious food. That's my present from my wife. And
what a miserable life. He lives such a miserable fucking life. Oh my god, dude.
There you go. That's all I ask. I don't need anything crazy.
I feel like there's men that have killed themselves having the same exact life as Phil, you know? Alright, I can't do this anymore.
I mean, if you guys want to throw me a few $1,000s that day, too, I'm not going to complain.
I knew it. I knew he'd slip in a money joke, too. Joke, quote unquote. No, look at that. Look at this smug little fucking asshole. He's totally serious. He wants you to give him a few $1,000s for his birthday. Why do you think he's pushing that it's his birthday so hard, bro?
Yeah, a small 3,000-4,000
fake ass
contributions that
fucking
day,
clown laugh,
hitting all
bro.
new records,
Oh
completely
God.
topping any other day I've ever had before. I wouldn't mind. I mean, right now, if you look at my history, all right, I think the biggest tip I ever received was $2,100, I think, something like that. An insane tip I got like 5+ years ago. It'd be great to have the biggest tip of all time. Or now this honestly I would like to do someday, although I don't know if I'll ever pull it off. On the day that I did the co-op react to the Review Tech documentary, I made around $3,000 on that day. All right. I would love to top that someday. Now, I don't know what content it would be, but I would love to top that to say, hey, look, I can make that level on my own. It's not just because I decided to have a co-op thing or, you know, it wasn't them, it was me. So I would love to do that someday. Now, I don't know if that'll ever happen. Will I ever have a $3,000 day again? That's just me making content? I don't know. That's a tall order, I feel. you know? But I guess we'll have to see. My hair's all screwed up again. It's a new season. My hair just wants to do whatever it wants right now. It doesn't want to stay nice and neat anymore. It just wants to pop up in weird directions. Okay. I got a $1 tip here. Someone says, Nintendo handhelds are always dominant, even when their consoles were failing. I can't see a system that will have all of the major Nintendo games being a failure. The GameCube, the N64, and the Wii U all missed out on the most popular Nintendo games of their time. They did? What? N64? I mean, you could argue Pokemon, but dude, N64 had every other title, so I don't know about that. Wii U, same thing. Wii U had everything. I won't be surprised if they have a summer direct that reveals more Nintendo games beyond the launch. That'd be fine. Because right now, like I said, right now they are basically deep diving into all the games coming out for Switch 2. And honestly, Mario Kart looks great and Donkey Kong looks great. And everything else is just fluff. Like there's nothing else to even talk about. It's just a waste of time. So let's hope, seriously, that there is some great stuff right around the corner. And it's not another situation where you buy a Nintendo console and you play 2 games and then it sits and collects dust for 6 months, and then you play 1 game and then it collects dust for 4 months and you play 1 game. That's awful, you know? I don't want to buy a Switch 2 and be told, oh, you should be playing all the third-party games on it. No, I have a gaming PC. I'm going to be playing all third-party games on my high-end gaming PC to get the best performance. I don't need to play it on my Switch 2 and basically handicap my experience, you see? Kingdom Hearts fan with a $10 super chat this morning. Thank you so much. He says, hi bros, awesome and funny stuff. Thank you, Kingdom Hearts fan. Our biggest super chat so far today. And that will get us up to $34 of support and climbing. Thank you. Guys, so far we've got 1 sub over on Kick. Let's see if we can get some more. We've got a couple super chats. We got some tips. How about a member? We have no memberships today. Let's get our first membership. Either become a member or gift a member to your fellow viewer. That'd be great. Then we have some support in every arena, right? Every aspect. That'd be great. Banana Jose says, would you consider a Zelda playthrough now that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are better performing? No, I already beat them both. There's no reason to go back. This is the sad fact, is that most of these modern games these days, you play through them once and you enjoy them, but that's it. Like, for example, I don't think I ever want to play Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild again. I played them once, that's their one and done for me, you know? I just don't have any desire to go back. They don't feel like games that I want to repeat. Maybe it's because they're just so long, too. Like, those games are incredibly long. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, I don't want to go back and spend another 40-plus hours playing that. But, you know, compare that to back in the day. I would love to replay Super Mario World, Final Fantasy VI, Zelda, Link to the Past, okay? Games like that, I could replay over and over and over and never get tired. But these modern games, I just play them once and I'm like, all right. Another one under my belt, on to the next. Yeah, I just don't want to replay them. And that's what I mean. You want $70, $80? Are you nuts? No, I don't want to do that. Izuna Drop says, is it because you actually want to phase out gaming and you don't enjoy games anymore for like 4 years? That's not true. I do enjoy games. Right now, of all the games I'm playing right now, let's talk about them. Suikoden. Love it. It's a classic game, but I love it. I'm having a great time with this remake that has the widescreen and better graphics and music and all of that. Pirate Yakuza. Are there parts of it that are frustrating? Yes, but at the same time, it's a good formula. It's chill fun. It's interactive with you guys. I am enjoying Pirate Yakuza. Disco Elysium is such a weird game. I'm enjoying it just at curiosity value, like face value. Like, I don't even know if I'm really enjoying Disco Elysium. It's just so different from everything else I've ever played that I want to keep going and see where they're going with this bizarre game. Okay? Atomfall. Atomfall is all right. It's not bad, but it's not great. I like the graphics. I would argue of all the games I'm playing right now, Atomfall is kind of mid and like, nah, it's all right. I like going back to it. I'm not blown away by it or anything. By the way, I completely screwed up this leaderboard with Kingdom Hearts fan. Let me fix that. There we go. Call of Duty. Like, I like Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I'm not in love with it. It definitely has shortcomings, but I enjoy going back to it from time to time, and playing it on keyboard and mouse is a breath of fresh air because I haven't been able to do that for so long in gaming. And I think you know my thoughts on Street Fighter 6. So, there's some games that I have kind of a love-hate relationship with, but I'm enjoying, in general, I am enjoying certain games I'm playing. I really like the indie games that we've played recently. Games like Kiosk or Killer Frequency.
This sounds like such a cope. It sounds like he's lying. You know what I mean?
These things that are kind of little indie experiences that are digestible and you beat them in a few streams, they've actually been quite fun. And I think that's the one thing that I've really been missing out on for a very long time is I never had access to that. So because of that, I would only just play the mainstream AAA games. And let's be honest, Assassin's Creed Shadows is literally one of the worst games in a long time and probably the worst Assassin's Creed game. So yeah, in that regard, if I was just playing AAA games, I probably would feel
everybody else seems to kind of like it.
But I'm happy I'm not. I'm happy that I've branched out and I'm playing other things and doing different things because it's allowing me to not be bored with gaming at a time when otherwise gaming has been pretty boring from these AAA studios, to be quite frank. They have lost their way, and I do feel like they need to kind of pick stuff up, and I'm hoping that we will get better games later in the year. Right now, it is kind of a lull. I don't really know what, you look at the release schedule right now. Coming up, we've got South of Midnight next week. Don't know if it's going to be good or not. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm going to play Fatal Fury City of the Wolves at this point. I'm not feeling it. After what I saw during that last beta last weekend, that they already broke the game and the game is so unbalanced and stupid, I don't think I'm going to play it. It looks terrible. So it's a skip for me. Clair Obscure Expedition 33 looks really good. That's in late May. We got Metal Eden, Doom of the Dark Ages, the new Capcom Fighting Collection, and Onimusha 2, as well as Elden Ring Night Rain and Lost Soul Aside, all in May. June, we literally have nothing at all but Death Stranding 2. But now we have the Switch 2. See? So, if you look at what's coming up this year, it's nothing too crazy. Nothing too great. Let's be honest, the big one that everyone's hoping for is GTA 6. We need something to reinvigorate mainstream AAA gaming. We haven't had anything great in a long time, right? Okay. Monokuma says gaming is still amazing as it was in the 90s. If you leave out AAA space and focus on everything else, it's great, if not better. Well, that's the difference. Then it's not like the 90s. In the 90s, there was nothing else. It was just AAA was the focus, and the AAA games blew you away. Right? Now, it's like there's a zillion games coming out every day, but 99% of them are bad. So it's like you have to find the hidden gems among the giant pile of crap. It's frustrating. Where am I going to buy my Switch 2 from? It depends. I did sign up for the advanced program with Nintendo, and next week they're supposed to message me and tell me if I qualify. I don't know why I wouldn't, because it's supposed to be 50 hours played and a year of Nintendo Online. I've had Nintendo Online for an endless, 3-4 years, and I've definitely played 50 hours on the console. So I can't imagine them being like, oh, you don't qualify, but we don't know what the offer is going to be. I signed up for the Switch 2 and Mario Kart bundle, so hopefully I get the offer and I can buy it direct from Nintendo, and I completely skip on all the bullshit from, the retailers and all that crap. If I don't get message, I'm going to have to try to pre-order it somewhere else, and then, it's a matter of on April 9th, which is next week, next Tuesday, going everywhere. Go to Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, everywhere. Where can I get in? Where can I get my foot in the door and try to get this thing? Figure it out.
He's not actually going to go to these stores. He's just going to surf the internet. Which, I'm not going to knock him for doing that, I guess. But he makes it sound like, I'm going to actually go to all these places. I'll find out. No, you won't. You're going to sit your little flat ass on your chair.
No, I do believe that.
On your phone.
At this point, with graphics, we're kind of hitting a wall. A lot of the games that I'm playing now on my gaming PC, which are 4K 60 frames, ray tracing on all this crazy shit, they look good, but they all, it's not like, oh, this one's blowing me away. Because it definitely used to be like that. It used to be like, wow, this one game just looks so good compared to all of its contemporaries. and then everyone would try to play catch up to look like that game. I don't feel like that's happening anymore. I feel like every game kind of looks the same now. They all look good. So, you know, I think maybe we've got to the boundary of the limits of what graphics can do, unless someone finds something else to innovate. We may have been hitting that wall, right? That ceiling. Elixification says, I'm actually liking AC Shadows, but I've never played an Assassin's Creed game before. It's not a bad game, but then again, I can't really compare it to others. Well, if you've never played an Assassin's Creed before, if you have no frame of reference to compare to previous games, and let's be honest, if you like a lot of repetition and time-wasting style gameplay and you consider that value added, you'll probably love Assassin's Creed Shadow. But, you know, I've played them all. I've seen better. They've already had people criticize them to stop making these bloat games and stick to more streamlined, better gameplay elements, and they're not doing that. They just keep making bloated games, and it's not working anymore.
Yeah, Phil just doesn't like games, bro. It's whatever. Happens to everybody at some point, I guess. But
oh, sorry guys. What's up, Don?
It happened at an accelerated rate for Phil because he uses them for money and shit.
Hope everyone's having a good chill morning with me. We got a few more minutes of the show, and then we're gonna swap over to Pirate Yakuza, which will be a nice, relaxing, interactive stream. Let's get that momentum going. Let's hit a third of the goal by the time the podcast ends. Let's get to $50 raised. And right now we're what, at like 20 something? Let's get to 50. All right. And once we get to 50, that'll be a good head start for the rest of the stream. What are we at? 34. Wow, we're more than I thought. We're at 34. Let's get to 50. There's only 16 more to go. Who's gonna do it? Three subs over on Kick. 5 subs on YouTube, or members on YouTube, or a super chat, or let's just hit that 50 right now. Do I think Donkey Kong will be Game of the Year? I don't know. No idea. Can't say nothing yet. Gotta wait for these games to come out and play them and then see. Hopefully it's good and it's innovative and it's fun. Nintendo's good at innovation. We haven't had an actual, genuine new Donkey Kong game in over a decade. The last one was, what, Tropical Freeze from the early days of the Wii U. So it'll be good to have Donkey Kong back, right, into the swing of things. Let's see how it goes. What's happening, Pirate Yakuza? Last few streams, we went on a departure. Instead of doing main story, a whole side content story opened up where you're trying to take down these devil flag pirates. And so this is where you're going through the open seas, going to islands and taking over treasure and fighting them and then doing the naval battles. What's hilarious is the naval battles are legitimately great. They're just as good, if not better, than like Assassin's Creed naval battles from the past. And it's well done and streamlined and fun. The graphics are great. But we beat it all. We did it all. It was like 5 hours. And we did the entire pirate plot line. So now today, we're basically going back to Honolulu, which is the main area of the game where you do the wandering through the city. And we're going to try to do more recruitment, more missions, because there's side missions there, and advance the story. I want to do a little bit of everything today. So we're going to get the story kind of be pushed into the home stretch. I feel like I'm more than halfway through the game. Now we just need to get into the home stretch of the story, so we'll see how that goes. Really? Fed Rogers says Summer Game Fest will be June 6th, only a day after Switch 2 releases. That's cool. Why is Kick having problems? Is it? Is Kick having problems right now? Let's see. Kick is having problems. I just hit refresh and the page is very slow to refresh. Wow. It's really slow to refresh. Oh, God. Damn. It took that whole time and it just finally loaded my dashboard. Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully it fixes itself. It did yesterday because the same thing was happening yesterday, and then it ended up fixing itself. So sorry about that, Kick viewers. I don't know what's going on over there today. Hopefully they get their stuff in line. Dragon Cat says it's taking 10 plus seconds to send a single message in chat. Dang.
Dang.
Wonder what the hell
Everything's fucking up.
It's 2 days in a row. They had the same problem yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Middle of the stream out of nowhere.
Good.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't mean that their stake funding has run out and now they can't run the servers anymore.
You better shut up. You better not talk shit about your employer,
Jeez, every
Phil.
problem. Well, YouTube side is good, right, everybody? Don's Doom, remember the night stream is smart, guys. It's not on DSP Gaming. It's over on DSP Reacts, my wrestling commentary show. Good wrestling week. A lot to talk about in the commentary this week, so it should be a good one. Jade's ready to see Goro again. Me too. Astro says YouTube's better anyway. Well, I can't really dispute that, Astro. Today we got a bunch of super chats, but only one membership, or excuse me, one sub on Kick. YouTube's definitely winning out today. So those Kick viewers should step up and see if they can, do some more subs, because you guys are being dominated right now by the YouTube viewers. It's pretty embarrassing, actually. I just explained, this is a Lego Metroid from Metroid. That's what that is. It's time to sail the 7 seas. Indeed, it is. Indeed. No Jasper today, Jade. In fact, my wife has worked several days in a row, which is why Jasper was on this stream for the podcast like 3-4 days in a row. But now my wife will be home for the rest of the weekend through my birthday. So no Jasper for a few days. He'll return early next week on the streams. How do you like the choreographed frog dancing? You like that? The reason that I have frogs on the screen is because it's spring, and in the spring, there's a stream behind our house, and we get ridiculous amounts of frogs. And at night, you can hear them doing these ribbit serenades. You can hear ribbit, 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 ribbit. It's really cool.
Phil got a tank of frogs, dude.
It's a springtime frog serenade.
He probably did collect some of the fucking frogs, dude.
Never seen the frogs, though. They're very elusive. You go back there to try to find them, you never see them. But you can hear them clearly, but you can't see them. So they must be like right under the water, in little secret areas. They want to hide out. Any big weekend plans? Well, Saturday is my day off to run errands. So I'll be, driving around doing stuff that I need to do, grocery shopping. But I am going to the liquor store to get liquor for Sunday's marathon. Like I said, I'm going to get some moonshine and maybe some other things. We'll see. And then Sunday is my birthday. So the big birthday marathon all day long should be great. I don't know anything about moonshine. I just know at the liquor store, I've seen the section and they have tons of kinds, like a big area of different flavors and kinds. I'll have to see what they got. I've never had it before. I would assume like everything, there's variety. There'll probably be some stronger ones, some weaker ones, like unique flavors, fruity flavors. I'll have to see what they got. Am I worried for my liver drinking so much? What are you talking about? What do you mean drinking so much? The last marathon was a month ago. You realize that, right? It was early March. We did the 5 Nights at Freddy's marathon. No, I'm not too worried. Get Old Smoky Mountain Moonshine. Old Smoky, is that a real one? What the hell is that emo? What is that? Giga Chad. Oh my god, that's weird. Can I drink pure ethanol for my birthday? Well, I could, but then that would be my final birthday. And I would like to proceed to have
Yeah, that's the
birthdays
point,
every year,
Phil.
rather than that just being my last
It's not a
one.
funny
I'd like to
joke.
have more than just the one.
Tell you to go kill yourself,
I do
buddy.
realize that I'm now over the hill. I'm in the second half of my life. I've lived more than I'm going to live.
Fucking
It's kinda
Phil,
sad to think
dude. He's
about.
so
But at the
autistic,
same
dude.
time, I would like to have many more birthdays with my wife, with you.
He sounds so
Very nice.
stupid.
So, let's try to make that happen, shall we? Let's try not to prematurely end things here.
Oh, homeboy telling you to go back to the lobby, Phil. He didn't like that, dude.
People live till their 90s. Do I look like a 4 foot tall, like Chinese Asian, woman? Those people you always say, oh, they live to 115. You see them, it's like a tiny Asian person who probably has eaten nothing but rice their whole life.
What the
It's
fuck?
like, yeah, they live because it's like a crazy fringe situation. Us people who've been eating crap processed foods, I grew up in a smoke environment with my mother smoking all the time. Yeah, I've drank, I've done these things. My body will not survive till I'm 115. I'll probably live till like 70,
fuck you,
80.
Phil,
I guess
bro.
we'll see.
Oh,
Be nice.
man. The racism is killing me inside. Like, only Asian people live past 100. Oh my god, bro. This dude literally just lives life like Christian through television, bro.
No, I'm not gonna smoke a
like, I
DB
swear,
on stream.
the only people Phil's ever seen 100 years old, right, are Asian people. When all of us in the real world have seen black people, white people, all kinds of old fucks live to be 100 plus. Like, goddamn, that was such a stupid thing to say, dude. Ignorant. He's just ignorant, bro. Ignorant.
One audacious goal I want to reach this year, I already said, I want to have a day where during that day, I actually am more profitable than the day last year when I did the Review Tech React collab. Because that, by far, that
just
collab
money.
Day was my most profitable day of 2024.
That's all he wants. That's all he cares about is just cash. You know what I want? I want to make more money than I ever made the last time I made a lot of money. Like, holy shit, bro. He's like fucking Saul Goodman from Temu, bro.
I made like almost 2,000 because of super chats and memberships. So I totally want to top that, but I don't know how. I don't know what kind of content would top that, but I want to beat that. I want to be able to do that for myself and say I was as successful, if not more successful, without needing someone else to push me over the edge, that I did it myself. You see?
It'll never happen, Phil, so I don't know what the fuck you're yapping about. It'll only just be a dream, bro, because you fucking suck.
Will it happen? I don't know. When would it happen? This Sunday on my birthday bash. Yeah, right. No, it's not. Again, I doubt it's ever going to happen. I would have to pull out all the stops. It would have to be like a stream where I do a bunch of firsts. So I shave my beard like I said I would. I smoke weed or something. Like, I'd have to do like 10 stunts to ever hit anything like that, I feel.
Smoking weed is a
I'm
stunt,
not a guy who
guys.
likes to do stunts and shit on stream. I don't want to do that.
Getting high on stream. Whoa, it's like Jackie Chan out here.
John
dude.
did a $2 super chat.
I do my own stunts, guys.
YouTube exists? Well, I do feel like kick number one. All right, the chat's a little bit better than YouTube chat. It's easier to talk in there and use fun motion emotes and things like that. Quite frankly, outside of that, it's good to have an audience that I'm building in another platform, and I am. If you overall, okay.
No, you're not.
If you look
What
at
a
my
lie.
viewership,
What a
my
deluded
overall
lie.
viewership has gone up on Kick. When I started on Kick, I was only getting maybe 40, 50 viewers a stream. And now, depending on what I'm doing, I usually bring in anywhere from, say, 55, 60 up to 80, 90 viewers a stream, which is why I actually qualified for the verification over there on Kick. So I am increasing in my viewership, and I feel like if I stick to it, I will overall time get more and more over there. I do feel that way. It's just, it's going to be sticking with it and building that audience that expects the kind of content that I put out, because that's not common on Kick. Astro says, YouTube's been since day one, Kick's a trend. Yeah, but it's good. Here's the thing. It is good to try new things, to delve into new realms, to experiment. If you just stay in one spot and you do the same thing day in, day out, and you don't try to innovate and you don't listen to feedback, you get stagnant. I know, because I've been there. I've been stagnant doing certain things for a while, and it wasn't until I started listening to the audience. Hey, try this game. Do a special event here. You know, go to a different place and try this here. Then things have picked up and gotten more interesting, for sure. No, we actually gave out all those badges yesterday. That it's a me Ken. He earned a whole ton of them, and we gave out 5 of them. I think, yeah, 5 of them. We gave out all 5, so we're all good there. All right, guys, let's end the show. And then take a brief break, set up. Time for some Pirate Yakuza. It sucks, I wanted to hit the 50. All right, right now.
Yeah, that's how you know all those tips yesterday were fake, bro.
All right, because I want to end the show. I want to get ready for Pirate Yakuza, chill with you guys.
Give me 50 bucks, I'll start playing video games. What the fuck? This is insane, dude.
Let's hit it right now. Let's do it, and then we can have good momentum. We're a third of the way to the goal. We only have to worry about the final 2/3 for the stream. Let's hit it. Come on, who's gonna do it? I know someone's gonna do it. It's just a matter of who's gonna be up on that leaderboard right now, getting us to 50 bucks. All right? How do I feel about Switch 2 having only 3 hours of battery life on big games? I mean, that's one of the concerns that people, no one's talking about, is that, oh, we want better quality graphics, resolution, better games. Yeah, but it's a portable system. So realistically, how well is it really going to run? It's probably going to run out within just a few hours. You're going to have the thing plugged in which case, is it really portable? No. You know? It's about the same battery life as Steam Deck. I don't care. I don't know about Steam Deck. But again, same thing. I don't really understand the desire for portability with games that are running at high resolutions. I don't get it at all. Like, why do you even desire that? Why, if you're gonna play a high-end game with great graphics and everything, you want to sit down, be in a comfortable situation, have the good controls in front of you, have a good sound system, whether it's surround sound, headphones, or something around. You just want to sit there and enjoy it, right? Why do you want it on a portable experience? I don't even understand that. For me, like, I would want more digestible, easy to play portable experiences, because you know you're in an environment where you can't really be immersed. You're surrounded by people, there's things going on, you know. I don't get that. All right, I want to end the show. So guys, let's give it a wrap. So here's the deal. Great day yesterday. Hoping for a nice chill day today. A lot of fun. Thanks for watching the Level 1 podcast. Tomorrow is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. So when I come back tomorrow, we'll talk about...
Ew. Now I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. But, we will most likely, for sure, be here for fucking Smart Guys, dog. The club will be open. And we'll be here Friday and Saturday, too. So, yeah, man, keep your eyes out. It was fun like always. I love y'all, no pause. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay hydrated, stay high. I'll see you guys in the next episode, my friends.